There's a lot of misinformation out there if you've been thinking about buying a home. These are 9 myths you might have heard. Number 1, the first step is looking for a house. I've actually mentioned this in other videos I've posted before, but a lot of people want to start looking at houses before they do anything else. The first thing you need to do is make sure you're pre-approved. There's a lot of things that can go into play whenever you're going in and talking to a lender that may change your mind on what you want to spend, how much you can spend, or it may even say that you're not ready to buy at this time. Number 2, a 30-year mortgage is the best option. Depending on your financial situation, the truth is there are other options out there that may be better for you. If you're just trying to minimize your monthly payment, then yeah, a 30-year mortgage is great. But if you're looking at a way to build equity faster in your home by paying slightly more on your monthly payment, you can go with a 15-year mortgage and actually build that equity a lot faster and increase your investment value. Number 3, you need 20% down. I can't tell you how many buyers I talk to that think they have to have 20% down saved up before they can even start looking at a house. The truth of the matter is there are a lot of loan programs out there that have widely varied down payment requirements. Some as low as 0% down at the closing. Now, all these programs have different requirements for what you must qualify for, which if you have a question about that, it's best to talk to a lender. But the truth is, 20% down is just not something you absolutely have to have. Number 4, the only upfront cost is a down payment. Don't even really know where to start with this myth because it's just not the case. In addition to having a down payment, you're going to have quite a bit of closing costs that go along with getting a loan, sometimes between 3 and 6% of the purchase price, depending on what kind of program you're going with. You're also going to have a home inspection cost, which is generally going to be something that is 100% out of the buyer's pocket, unless you're willing to negotiate that in with your closing costs, which in our area doesn't happen very often. Number 5, you don't need a home inspection. You know, I just mentioned that you're going to have the cost of a home inspection, and although it's not required, it's something that I automatically recommend to every buyer that I'm working with. In our area, depending on the cost or the size of the house, it's going to be around the $400 mark for a whole house and a termite inspection. And it's going to be the best money that you spend during the transaction. It's going to give you all the information on what kind of items need to be repaired before you move in, or give you a list of things that you may want to take care of down the road. It's definitely worth spending the money, so be prepared to have that ready to go. Number 6, you can't buy without great credit. Apart from the down payment myth that I had mentioned earlier, this is another one that a lot of first-time home buyers have heard. A lot of people think you have to have a really high credit score to be able to qualify for a mortgage. There are some programs that will go down even under 600. It's a good idea to talk to a lender as the first step, like I mentioned in myth number 1, to find out exactly what kind of programs you're going to qualify for and what your credit score is going to have, what kind of impact your credit score is going to have on the loan that you're going to use. Number 7, the asking price is set in stone. If you follow all of my market statistic videos, you've probably heard me say several times this year that this is a seller's market, but that doesn't mean the price is set in stone. As a matter of fact, statistically in our area, homes are selling for about 3 to 3.5% less than the asking price on average. Come to the table ready to negotiate. If you're ready to go, you're pre-approved, and you've got your financing all set up, chances are you're going to have a little bit better time at trying to negotiate a lower price. Number 8, you don't need an agent. The real estate transaction process can be extremely complicated, and there's a lot of things that you need to know so you can protect yourself. Hiring an agent is definitely something that you should consider when you're buying a home. You don't even have to pay for it. We get compensated through the seller paid commission. So having someone in your corner to back you up is definitely something that you should do if you're buying a house. Number 9, schools don't matter if you don't have kids. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean the school choice is completely irrelevant when you're looking to buy a home. Chances are that sometime down the road you're going to need to sell that property, and at that point in time it could be something that's going to come into play when valuing your home. Make sure you're looking at all the factors that affect a property when you're buying a home, including the school choice. Hey, thanks for checking out the Aaron Advantage. Hope you liked the video. Let me know if you've heard of any other things about the home buying process that you might be worried is a myth. You can let me know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out.